We'll be okay. Okay, so you're publishing this, so you have to introduce yourself. Okay. And then I'll introduce myself.
Okay. You're watching the Handmade by Lorelei podcast. Today's date is
the 18th. It's November 18th.
November 18th.
It's Friday, right?
It's Friday. My name is Lorelei.
Myléne.
Myléne is my co-host today. I mentioned this in my last episode that she's coming to visit. She has. And she's about to leave, so
trying to avoid the snowstorm that's coming in.
Yeah. So hopefully she has a safe trip home. Everybody cross their fingers for that. This is my knitting vlog number 76, and it's been a couple weeks, I think, since my last episode. And we're just going to go through all of our works in progress. We have one finished object. I have none. We're going to talk about... Oh, you're not wearing any knits either.
No, my socks. We are both wearing
hand knit socks. So what we're wearing.
And
then we had a frog party, so we'll talk about that. We're going to do advent calendars. We're going to talk about that. And we just went to Joann's and have a small haul, so we're going to share that too. If that sounds interesting, stick around. All right, let's start with...
Am I the only one that's got an FO?
Yes.
You don't have any?
No. Nope.
So I just had to look this up because I forgot what it was called. It's like the Pom Pom Chevron Hat. I made this out of leftover Knitpicks Palette. That's what it was, eh? And so it's a little bit darker. I think this one is a little bit more moody. It's a bit more pumpkin-y on the camera.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like it's a little bit more brown.
It's blown out a little bit on the...
Yeah. But modified the pattern slightly to make the rib a little bit longer because it was just a plain rib. Maybe 2 inches, I think. But I made mine 4 because I like a folded brim. And then I went up a needle size for the rest of the hat because in the original, I found that this pattern section kind of cinched in a little bit and it made the ribbing flare out. So I just modified it and now it's like a little slouchy hat. And I gave Laura the rest of my yarn so she can make her own.
Yep, I'll show you here. I have got it right here. I'll show it.
Yeah, and I sent her all my mods. She already tried it on, fits her, so that works.
Orange. There's a little more orange.
I wonder. Sorry. I wonder if we can get a better.
Oh,
that's like a better.
Nice. Yeah.
The color's a bit
black.
Yeah.
More green.
Do you not find those colors retro?
No.
I find they kind of look a little bit retro.
I adore them.
Yeah.
I have my needle ready.
She's going to have a little cast on party after.
So excited. That is awesome. I love that hat. It turned out so cute.
It'll just be part of my extensive collection of hats. Do you have a lot of hats?
I did have a lot. I just actually gave probably 10 hats to my Louisiana neighbors because they don't have any like winter wear.
Could you imagine?
I have new neighbors that moved in a couple doors down and they came from Louisiana. They've never seen winter, so every time it has snowed the last week, they're like, oh my gosh, and they're out there and they're catching snowflakes on their tongue, and it's very, very
childlike.
Very cute. Yeah. But I was like, oh, y'all are so adorable. Yeah. But I'm like, contact me in March when it won't stop snowing.
When you're
Tell
done.
me how you feel
like,
at that
done.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so I gave them a bunch of hats. I just can't wear them all, and I know that I can knit more. And they were very grateful, especially the kids. You know, they do a lot. They walk to school, so it's cold.
Yeah, it's not as cold as Canada.
No, for sure. For sure. If you're wondering, I don't know why this is staying on the screen. Is that strange? Myléne does not live that far from me, so what would you say it took you 3.5 hours? 3.5 hours to get to me?
Yeah.
So we are already planning our next get together as soon as we can. So
we met through YouTube.
Yeah.
Like years ago, and then we started chatting on Instagram, and we chatted a lot. And then we started writing each other, like actual letters, like pen pals. And then one day, I'm just, just for fun, I went on my phone and I checked the distance between us, and we're only 3.5 hours away from each other.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm still driving down, and I did, and it was fun.
Yeah. So she came down on, when did you get here? Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. And we just knit a lot, and well, she knits more than me, but she did a lot of chatting.
It's like morning till night. Just I get up, I knit, and I just knit all day.
She was supposed to stay one more day. Sadly, the snowstorms that are hitting the northern part of New York State are preventing her from staying. So
I don't want to get stuck in the snow. Even
So
though I'm
bummer.
used to driving in the snow, I was nervous about driving here in the snow. I don't really want to be that stressed out about going home.
Yeah.
So
And I feel
I'm
bad
trying to
that
avoid
you
it.
were stressed. You feel bad that you were stressed
I
out?
wasn't that stressed.
Okay.
I still came. If I was that stressed, I would have just stayed home.
That's true.
I would have postponed, but it's not so
I'm
bad.
glad you made it.
Yeah, we have lots of snow in the winter, so for the Canadians,
Mm-hmm.
it's driving in snow is not that bad.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So we can get out of here. I'll start with work in progress. I'm working on a shawl that I have not talked about on the podcast at all. Here's what happened. And I don't think I kept the mitten.
Oh yes, the frilly ones.
So I had originally thought I was going to knit the mittens in here with the little fringy bits. These. And I did cast on and got through a little bit of one cuff. I got through the fringy bits at least on the one cuff. And then it was just so fiddly. So the idea is you're supposed to use this tool, and the tool looks a lot like a popsicle stick. She made tools. She had them made.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And depending on how wide the flat stick is how big your loops are.
Is that to make these things?
No.
Or, sorry, to make
Those.
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're actually, knitting and then wrapping the yarn around the stick, creating kind of a bit, and just the way she's inserting the needle into the stitch anchors it somehow. Anchors it so that it is you can still pull the loops, but anyway, I got through some of it, and then I was having a hard time using I just made a tool out of like cardboard. And she said in there that you can use cardboard or whatever. And it was just so fiddly to like hold that in place. And she kind of knits several stitches around the thing at one time and then slides them off and starts again. I was starting to, finally I was like, through the stick. I'm not doing it. And then I was just trying to knit and hold the loop with my thumb and just trying to like keep them consistent. I mean, the idea of the tool is that all the loops are the same size.
Yes.
So mine weren't, basically. And then she ends up switching from one color to the next color in this row. And then, so you had to cut the yarn every single time you started a new loop set.
Oh no.
And then
That's a lot of ends to weave in.
well, they're not even, you don't even have to weave them in. She just has you cut the yarn to the same length that the loops are. And they just hang out.
Oh, okay. I see what
You
you mean.
can't see that in this picture, but there are, well, yeah, you can see that right there.
Yeah.
So, see right there? Anyway, to me it looked messy and I didn't like it. And I'm using the same yarn that I had caked up for those mittens for this shawl.
So life is too short to knit something you're not
Yeah, exactly.
having fun with.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing a little research on Ravelry, and usually I spend hours and hours and hours scouring it before I finally find something, but in this case I found the Bixbite shawl by Veera Välimäki. And I don't even have a photo of it. I don't have the pattern
Let me
printed.
see if I can find it. I had it on my Ravelry. I'll find it while you check.
I'm using US 6 needles. The yarn, I'm using 3 colors. And I showed these in the last episode, so these shouldn't be a huge surprise. But I have Swanky Sock from Magpie Fibers. The blue is Autumn and Indigo Fibers, and the color is Blue Ridge, and this is the classic sock base. And then this is Bare Naked Wool Stone Soup Fingering in the brown, natural brown colorway. Oh shoot.
There we go.
There you go. So it's basically garter stripe and brioche stripes. And then a little bit of short row striping. 3 colors. And mine's much moodier than hers. With these dark earthy
So the
tones.
orange is like the pink from this one? Your orange? Yep. No. Where's your orange?
The orange is going to come in those short row stripes.
Okay.
Those dark green stripes are going to be orange. Yep. And I think that's going to be great.
Good.
I actually really love the backside. But
like,
it's fine. It's fine. So it's going really well so far. I hadn't done any brioche in a while. I mean, and at first it's always a little bit
intimidating.
Do I remember how to do it? But it just came right back to me. It's like riding a bike. Mm-hmm. It's not hard.
Mm-hmm. And it's addictive.
Yeah, super addictive. It's very methodical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just like it's got a nice rhythm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're just like.
Yeah. So I'm liking that. That's going to take a while though. That's a fairly big project. And I'm using my Jenna Rose handmade bag, which is a Canadian seller.
I've oddly never heard Canada's big. We don't know everybody.
Jenna Rose.
It's so cute though.
It is cute. Yep.
You should make bags like that.
Oh,
little round bags.
That is cute. Yeah, I could do that.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little bucket.
Bottom.
Yeah,
I've done round bottoms before. It's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I love how she prints her fabrics. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What you got? What do you?
Is that your only? Oh, okay.
That's the only one I'm going to show. I have socks, but you guys don't want to see that, and there's been no progress. So.
This is one of her bags. I saw it on her Instagram. I'm like, I want one. Don't sell them all. So in here, I have it's just plain socks. It's the Jinx. Is that all her?
Jinx yarns.
Yeah, just Jinx. And in her house cup colorway. It's a bit kind of weird right here because I didn't do a contrast heel because I can't be bothered. But it's the house cup colorway. I made a pair of these for my son already. He's already blown a hole through them. Oh my God. It's only been like 2 or 3 years. I don't go through my socks that fast, but he does. I just cut your toenails. Right? I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, you need to cut your toenails, then you stop blowing through socks. Anyway, so that's just a plain sock. I normally make my socks 2 at a time, so the fact that I'm making this, and it's supposed to be a sport weight, I find it's pretty thin.
Oh yeah.
I don't find it's sporty. But it's 52 stitches on a 2.5 millimeter. I don't know what that is in.
No idea.
In American size.
I don't either. I would say, let me see them.
It's not written on it, and even if it was, I wouldn't be able to read it.
A size 2.
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking. Yeah, so it's going by super fast. I think because I measure the foot on my hand. I think I was probably here when I started working on them yesterday, and then I made it all the way here, and that's where I start the heel shaping, like the gusset. And
that's how I do mine too.
Yeah,
that's how she does toe up, but I do cuff down, and I always measure the leg to be the length of my hand, and then I start the heel, and because that is the length of my foot before my toes start.
Okay.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
So
okay. No, she's.
You didn't see that, but
she did this. By the way, here are my socks.
I don't think I can.
We'll talk about those later. Yeah, there we go. Some acrobatics.
Anywho.
Yeah. No, I always because I follow the Sockmatician. Oh, the Sockmatician formula, right, for the heel flap and gusset, because I prefer that construction. I'm not a huge fan of short row heels. I like the fish lips kiss. It's not bad. But my favorite is still the heel flap and gusset.
Yeah,
so
I always do.
That was his. This is how you measure how much to do on the foot before you start, like increasing for the gusset. Then you do some German short rows for the heel, and then that's it. So anyway, I'm at my ribbing on sock number 1. Beautiful. So I've almost made a whole sock.
Awesome.
Since yesterday.
Yeah, great.
I have one more. It's going to be really hard to see what it is though. So it's the new pattern by Jane Richmond. She's a Canadian designer. It's the Fernwood Cardigan. And this is all I have done on it. I just wanted to get it started because I'm making 3 of these for Christmas for my friends, which is kind of crazy pants because they're big projects. And then, but it's big yarn. It'll go by fast.
It's so pretty.
It's, yeah, just the Woolies Thick and Quick. In a black kind of tweedy yarn. What can I say about this pattern? It's just a big cozy cardigan, oversized with some cute buttons. Should be fun.
Nice.
I'm definitely predicting some carpal tunnel issues by the time I finish all 3 of them for sure.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that's all I brought for projects on the go.
Yeah, sorry, we don't have a lot of knitting content, sadly. But did you want to say anything else about your socks?
So this is my Flamingo Leg colorway, the Flamingo Leg socks by Stranded Dyeworks.
It's really pretty.
It's a fairly old colorway. I haven't seen it in the shop in a long time. It's probably easier if I just take them off so you can see. Yeah. It's like flamingo colors, right?
I like it.
They've been worn a lot. They're well loved for sure. Yeah. Because I don't wear through my socks, so I wear them a ton. So that's what I've got on the go for knitted items right now. You didn't want to do the...
These are a little felted now that I look at them.
That's because you put them in a machine.
Shh. I don't even remember. I'll put it on the screen who the dyer is for this.
I really like the colors.
Yeah, they're good. Really good. It's fun. They're fun to knit.
Yeah, I want to know what yarn that is because I might have to get some.
I wish I could tell you.
Someday you'll tell us.
You'll rewatch this.
And it'll be on the.
Oh,
I'm gonna laugh at myself a lot.
What else?
I left this out.
Okay.
I didn't pack it.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna make Lorelei's. What is it? What's it called?
The half and half triangle wrap.
By Pearl Soho. So this is the linen quill that she got for it, but she hates to knit garter, and I love to knit garter. So I'm taking this home to make that ginormous shawl.
I can't believe she's said that she would do it.
Yeah. But there's 3 reasons why I want to do this. Number 1, she hates doing garter, and we're friends, and I like knitting garter, and it's a great kind of chill project. And I really want to work with this yarn again because I really like this yarn. So it's like it's all pros. There's no cons to this for me.
Good. Well, yeah, it worked out. Everything happens for a reason. This navy is wound up because I was going to use it for the mystery knit along, the Stephen West mystery knit along twists and turns. Didn't end up liking that pattern and ended up frogging it. That also catapulted me into a whole frogging. So I frogged several projects this
yesterday.
Week. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the names of all of them. There was a shawl I was working on by Hohi Locatelli. That was a DK weight. I was using an MCN yarn. That was a gift. And I'll put the title of on the screen because I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But it was garter stitch. The majority of the body was garter stitch, and then had like a border with mosaic knitting. And I effed up the mosaic knitting like within the first 10 rows of doing it. So then I just have a really hard time taking all those stitches off of a needle and then trying to get them back on the needle. And
to fix the mistake.
Yeah, I just
lifelines?
Threw it aside. I have, but I didn't for that. If I should have, because I've never done
The
mosaic before, and I thought it was going to be super easy, and I think I was just off. Like my stitch count must have just been off a few, and it ended up just not.
And then it messes your alignment up.
Then I was trying to read the knitting, which was making it worse. So, oh well.
Wasn't meant to be. I got to frog that one, and it was lovely because the yarn is so nice. I was like, ooh, what is this?
Yeah,
the colors were so cute.
The DK weight yarn MCN was from Primrose Yarn Company.
I've never used their yarn, so I think I'm gonna have to at some point.
So I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with that yarn, but anyway, it's all balled up. And then what else did I frogged the vest that I was working on with Nancy Adams of Round Rabbit. She and I were gonna be knitting piece fleece tunic. It was a tunic but a vest, so it didn't have any sleeves. And I had gotten almost the whole front panel done, or maybe it was the back panel. I don't know how I started it.
Like a large piece of
very large,
done,
very large.
Yeah.
And she contacted me like a week ago and said, "Hey, remember that thing we were gonna knit together? Yeah, let's rip that out." And I
said,
"Okay."
It was boring? Was it because you were bored, or you just didn't want the item anymore?
Well, in her case, she said that she didn't want to continue because it wasn't going to fit her. The size that she had decided to do wasn't going to fit her. It was going to be, well, she's like a big keto. She lost a ton of weight, so I think that what she was making was going to be too big for her.
Boo.
In my case, the other way around.
That's why I'm like, girl, I don't feel sorry for you.
So... Anyway, I was like, that's fine. I'll just rip that out. So I balled that up, and the ball was like this big. It was enormous, like this bowling ball of yarn.
Ripping it out, it's like ginormous.
So yeah, so that was good because I don't really have a lot of whips sitting. I have the Musselburgh hat that I'm still kind of working on. I need to get a short circumference needle to finish that.
Kind of like the same problem I ran into when I was trying to finish my hat. I was like, dude, I need small needles.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable doing it magic loop. I'm not I like magic loop for certain things, but I don't necessarily love it for a hat. For some reason, it was bogging me down, and I haven't picked that up in a while. So
because you're doing your socks with magic loop.
Yeah, I don't mind socks doing.
Do you always do your socks magic loop?
Yeah, but I do have those little 9-inch needles.
Do you? Do you like those?
Yeah, I don't mind them.
I've been using them to do sleeves.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, but it's such a awkward to get your fingers in there. It's just
it's hard to get. And you got to keep using them over and over to like get used to it, but to put them down for months and then pick them up. Yeah, that. Because I haven't used mine in a while.
Can you actually shape the heel on those little circular needles? Or?
I think it's easier to do like a short row heel or one of those types of heels. I don't know.
Like a heel flap and gusset would be.
The heel flap and gusset would be kind of a pain. Yeah, I think it would be.
I'm going to have to try it maybe. I've never made socks on a 9-inch.
You could just keep the top of the foot stitches on the little circular and then bring in another needle to do the heel, That's probably how I would do it.
I always do my socks 2 at a time though. Like I'm making this one and I'm already thinking of, I have to cast on the next one, but I can't remember how many toe stitches I started with. So this is one of the reasons I do mine 2 at a time because they're exactly the same and I don't have to remember anything because I never follow a pattern. Yeah. It's just handy for my brain because I forget things.
Yeah.
Right? We're at that age where we just forget stuff all the time.
Yeah. For sure.
Either way, it works.
Let's talk about our Advent calendar swap.
Okay.
So we've decided to swap Advents because we don't buy them. And there's probably 100 reasons why we don't buy them. We won't get into it now.
Mostly it's because they're expensive.
They're expensive.
Yeah. And when you can do them, it didn't really cost that much.
No.
So she went over. I did 10 gram minis and a full skein. And
I did 20 gram
some little
minis.
Treats. Yeah.
And a full skein and some treats. Yep. So we're exchanging those now in person.
Yeah. Aren't these little boxes adorable?
So cute.
Yeah.
I bought these little boxes on Amazon and I can actually put the link down in the down bar if you're interested. They come flat. So you can flatten them and reuse them 100 times, which is nice.
She's going to get them back next year.
That's fine. I love that. They're so adorable. So a lot of the reasons I did 20 grams is because my little balls of yarn are bigger and those will fit. You know, I mean, I didn't want the yarn to be floating around in a big box. A box that's too big. I don't know. Oh, a lot to think about when you're putting together an advent.
But it's so much fun, right? Because did you have fun?
Well, I had fun. I was
packaging them and
my
stuff.
hands were cramped.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's true. Yeah.
But of course, I wait till the last minute to do it, and then I was balling up 24 balls of yarn in a 2-day period. So. Yeah, it was a lot for my wrists, but we got through it.
But it was fun to make.
It was actually really fun.
Like, what am I going to put in there? And
yeah. So we're going to start that on December 1st, right? Which means, are we going to Vlogmas? Are you going to?
We were discussing this. I'm like, are you going to do Vlogmas? If you do it, I'll do it. She's like, I don't know.
I've never done it.
It's so much work.
I've never done it.
It's a lot of work, but it's really fun. And then when you stop right after Christmas, you're kind of bummed out. Like it becomes part of your day, and then all of a sudden you're just not doing it anymore. But at the same time,
like
it's
it'd
nice.
be better just to finish out the month of December and stop
go into New Year.
Maybe just stop before New Year or stop the day of New Year's.
I can't remember what I did. I think I did maybe Boxing Day, and then it was done. But it was nice to have the break to not always like, ooh, I have to get content for today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. My life is not that exciting.
My life is not exciting at all. So if you're interested in watching me open my Advent, then come on over.
I have 2 Advents, so it's going to be fun.
I'm just knitting on projects really slow at the moment, and I'm usually monotonously knitting on one project. So I will mention that, I suppose, in my videos, but I really don't know what else I'm going to talk about. So,
do you have any idea if you're going to make anything with your Advents? We were talking about this last night. Like, any ideas? A cowl, a shawl.
Well, I really did like your idea. I have an ottoman that needs to be recovered, and I thought that I would recover it with fabric, but she had a great idea to knit panel.
Kind of like a little, you could do a little zigzag.
I think that would
with
be
a neutral
so
color
cute.
in between.
Yeah. And that is something that I would use all the time. And so
you would look at it and it would make you smile.
I love that idea. Yeah. I think that might be what I do. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
So this was on my...
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about this in my podcast because I spun some yarn that I was planning to use in this sweater, but I never got around to it because it just didn't look right. It ended up being a sweater on its own. But I was thinking it would be fun to make this out of minis. But I think most of them they start light, they go dark, and they go back light. So using an Advent might be a bit tricky because what if I get a dark color and it's supposed to be a light color going into that sweater? So I'm not sure, but
so you were going to put them into the sweater as you open them?
Yeah, open it, knit it into my sweater. Oh. Yeah, that was kind of what my thoughts.
Why you asked me that then. Well then, yeah, I think that would be doable.
I think it would be fun.
It's not going to take that long to knit a stripe in that.
But I have 2 Advents, so I could always kind of use the one that coordinates the best with whatever effect I'm going for.
Yeah, she's also exchanging with another friend from the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's cool. Yeah. So this will be my first Advent that I've ever had. It's going to be so
Really?
exciting.
You've never purchased any?
No.
I've never purchased any either. I've always done swaps.
But now I want to put one together for my sister.
Yeah. Does she knit too?
No, but I don't want to do a yarn one. I just want to do like a general
Advent
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun it's almost like opening a little present.
Well,
every day.
That's what she's all about. She loves Christmas and she loves opening 100 presents. So I think that she would really dig it. I'm trying to think of like...
Did you get more of those little...
No, I only bought the one set. Yeah, but I mean, they're $7. It was literally $7.
And with Amazon Prime, you always get your stuff the next day.
Yeah, right. So it wouldn't be hard to...
Which reminds me...
However...
There's a pen when I get home. I have a pen. We'll talk about
I may or may not have enabled Myléne to buy a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why it's on the list.
Yeah.
Except I got a burgundy one. Does yours have the two-tone tip too?
It does. Yeah, that's why I picked the blue.
That's a sexy pen right here. I never thought I would say that about a pen, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
the two-tone.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Very nice.
Yeah, she sent me a pen in one of our pen pal packages, and I am addicted. I was like, oh shit. Literally, I wrote her a letter with it, and then I went on Amazon and I started looking at all the pens. And I was like, I can't do it.
Oh,
This is dangerous.
It's a very deep rabbit hole to fall down, sadly. But yeah. So should we talk about our Joann's haul?
Sure. You got fabric, and I got a little bit of fabric. And some yarn and some paper.
Yarn.
Yeah.
Some...
Oddly, the thing I'm the most excited about is these tiny little paper clips. Because she sends them to me in packages sometimes, and they're so stinking cute. Just the shape of them and just the metals, they're kind of antique-y. I love them.
They keep the bulk down on a letter. You know, you're trying to keep your letter flat so that you can send it with just a stamp, you know. But
so we don't have Joann's where I'm from. We have Michael's. We had a Lewis Craft. Do you guys have that in the States?
No.
So we had Lewis Craft ages ago, but that's closed. So literally the only craft place in my town is Michael's. It's the only place to buy yarn. We can get yarn at Walmart too, and some of it is kind of the same. But I have to drive an hour.
Oh my gosh.
To get. If I want decent knitting needles or specific notions, I have to drive. But my sister is from Ottawa, so I can buy stuff and say, "Hey, can you pick it up for me and bring it down?"
Oh, that's nice.
Because she comes down twice a week to see my dad in the hospital right now anyway. So so she is my yarn mule.
Well, did you bring your yarn in?
I did.
Show them.
So we used to have the fisherman's wool at our Michael's because they carry a lot of line brand, but they don't have it anymore. So I bought 4 of these. Are these called bullet skeins?
I would think so.
I think they're called bullet skeins.
Yeah.
Because it's not a skein, it's not a ball. Anyway, because I've been wanting to recreate, I have an old cardigan that was my grandfather's, my mom's father, that he wore when I was a kid. And it's the ugliest, like, beigey yellow.
Oh.
It's really icky. So I want to recreate it, same style.
Wow.
But in this yarn. So that's my plan. I bought 4 skeins. They're 400. What did I say? 429. Something like that. Almost like a fingering weight amount of yardage.
Yeah.
So I should have.
But it's worsted.
Yeah. So I have over 1,600, probably 1,700 yards of some worsted weight.
They had some really nice yarn there that I want to possibly buy for something. I don't know. I like the idea of a bulky sweater, but I am bulky in body, so I feel like
but
bulky
it can just be
is going to make
something
me
you want to
bigger
wear
than I
around the
normally am.
house.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when that cardigan comes out.
Yeah.
You can. It's literally like a double moss. It's heavy if you make it in the Woolies Thick and Quick though. If you made that in the Lopi, the Puta Lopi stuff, you know, the plates.
Yeah.
It would weigh nothing. But in the Woolies Thick and Quick, it is heavy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
So when you're, doing the sleeves and having to...
Yeah.
I think that's why my wrist has been hurting. Because I made one of those sweaters already. I took a seamed pattern and tried to make it seamless. It worked okay, but there was some little funky things happening right here.
Yeah.
When I tried to make decrease for the collar. Anyway, it's going to come out and I'm going to use an actual pattern to make it.
Nice.
So I'm going to reknit a giant cardigan.
Nice.
But, okay, so what else? I got yarn and then I got a little bit of Christmas paper. So another thing that I'm going to be addicted to because of her is paper crafts. So I got these Christmassy fabrics.
Papers.
Oh my god. The fabric in Joann's, I was like, ooh. It was like fabric heaven. I don't even sew that much, but I bought a little bit of fabric and I bought this. And I'm going to make some, what do you even call that? The
flip books.
The thing we watched last night. It was so fun. And it looks easy.
It's a pen pal letter holder.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
But she sends me these super intricate, to me, they look really intricate and almost intimidating when I look at it. I'm like, oh my god, so much work went into this. And then we watched a little podcast. It's whatever tutorial on how to make these things last night, and I was like, I can totally do that. So I bought paper today.
Nice.
And we both bought some fabric.
Mm-hmm.
We both got this one. I got a half yard.
Yep.
I was like, Lori, you have to get this because it's your cats and all your plants. Because there's so many plants in this house.
I mean,
love
look
it.
at their little faces. They're so cute. So cute. Love that.
I just bought it for the plants. Did you tell Joe I was going to take some plant clippings home, by the way?
No, but you can.
He might not even notice, eh?
He doesn't care. He won't care.
I'm like, P.S. I think I might take home some of your... I might take little clippings of your stuff. So you got Christmas
I got
stuff?
some Christmas fabric that I think will be really cute for bags.
That one's vintagey, eh? It's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I know white is kind of a tough color.
But it's
for
not
a
a
bag.
true white. It's a...
I probably
cream.
will do like a drawstring bag with this on the top and then have a contrast color on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That'll be perfect. And then this
That
other
one is
Christmas
so
one
cute.
too.
It reminds me of those little Christmas villages. You can buy
It
the little
does.
ceramic things there and have
Yes.
sparkly paint on them.
I have some of
Do
those.
you really?
My mother-in-law started gifting me a Christmas village when Joe and I got married.
Mm.
And I have probably 15 or 20
Oh, that's so
buildings.
cute. But that's what this reminds me
It
of.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
And the little skating.
I just love all the pinks.
I like the little skating people.
The little
Yeah.
skaters are so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like they're skating on an egg, though. A little egg of ice there.
Oh boy. And the Christmas fabric that I got is this.
That's so cute.
Transport.
too.
I'm a Volkswagen person. I drive Volkswagen my son and my sister, we all have Volkswagens.
Nice.
And it's like if you change cars, you have to get another Volkswagen. You can't ever buy anything else. We keep trying to
Wow.
convince other people to buy Volkswagens.
I had a Tiguan for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it's not
How
bad.
did you get rid of it?
Oh, well, it wasn't great in the snow.
Oh. There's no 4x4 on that thing?
And I started to have like electrical issues with it. Yeah. So.
My car's 20 years old.
Hmm.
It's old. It's like a tank though, so I'll probably never get rid of it. She's like, when are you going to buy a new car? I'm like, when my mechanic tells me I can't drive this one anymore. Yeah. So, just
pickup
little,
trucks.
yeah.
Oh, I love the car with the wood panel doors.
This
That's cool.
little truck right here reminds me of my friend Nancy, who's Cabin Design Co. Made an actual truck. Like she cut out this little truck, and maybe I'll show a picture of it at some point. When I film an episode, I'll show a picture of it. But it's exactly like this with a truck. The truck with the wood.
If I can find the
back with
photo,
the tree, yeah.
I'll put it in.
With the tree in here. I'll try and send it to you, but oh my
That's
god,
cute.
it's so adorable. So it reminded me of Nancy's little truck that she did.
And what are you going to do to that fabric? What are you going to do?
I'll probably make a bag.
Yeah.
A Christmas bag. Or I have enough. I got half a yard. She got like full yards, but I got half a yards because I don't sew that much.
Yeah, the fabric was... Christmas fabric was $4.99 a yard, which is usually... that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I run $6.99 a yard normally.
Yeah, so I'll make a Christmas bag for this, with this one. I think with the plant fabric, I'll probably make a book sleeve. Yeah, and then I got this coffee fabric because I'm addicted to coffee. And now you know for sure because I drank all your coffee. So I'll probably, book sleeves. I should have enough for 2 with a half yard. I think.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah. It's plenty.
Yeah.
Unless are you gonna do a pocket on the outside?
I don't know. I haven't, like, other than sticking a pencil if I'm reading, like, an information book.
Not your glasses.
I don't
or anything?
really, no, because I leave those in my purse. I don't really use the pocket is cute, but
yeah,
other than to stick a pencil in, I haven't really
maybe I'll make some without
used
the pocket.
Yeah,
extra fabric.
it's just easier, and it's easier, right, to make it without the pocket. I just it was cute with the pocket. But yeah, so that's it. That's it for my Joann's haul.
Yeah, mine too. That's all I bought today.
Yeah, I was surprised. I really wanted to buy a lot of stuff when I was there. They had these really nice boxes. Again, like plant themed, and I'm addicted to plants. So
Yeah,
I only spent $50.
that was pretty good.
That's like $1 million Canadian dollars, though. Right? Because the Canadian dollar's like right now.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah,
I didn't think
it'll
about
be
that.
maybe 70.
I tried to help
It'll be
out. She
like
used
a
my
little 70.
coupons, so
Thank goodness.
hopefully that
'cause
helped
would've
a
been
little.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also thought I was gonna have to detour to Michael's on my way home to buy. But I found paper here, so I won't need to go buy paper.
That's really cute.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get your mail.
I really like my favorite part, and I told her, I was like, is this old antique Santa?
Yeah.
Also reminds me of something else that Nancy made in her shop. She has a vintage Santa that looks kind of like this.
That's cute.
Yeah. I'll have to send you some photos. She has nice stuff.
I like the dark and light colors.
So I guess the way these are made is like this is one side and that's the other side because it's a reversible.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one with the plaid.
Oh,
like
so
gray.
good. Yeah. Buffalo plaid. You can't beat it. This one's nice too. With the poinsettia.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Cool.
So that's it. I'll probably have enough Christmas paper for like the next 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah. Now I have to get that score thing I'm about to make those tiny little envelopes.
Oh yeah. Envelope score.
Yeah.
Board.
There's these tiny little envelopes in that video that we were watching last night, and I was gawking.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
They are. I don't have the mini one. I can make mine.
You need a specific?
Yeah, I mean, I have a envelope punch board, but the smallest envelope it makes is like 2x3. But you can get them even smaller. I have dies that will make.
What would you put
really
in a tiny one?
I'm gonna make you some and send them to you. I'm gonna
What
make
do you put
some.
in it? Like 10 cents? You put a nickel or a dime in there? Because that's the only thing that's gonna fit in there.
Sticker flakes. I mean, if you have like little sticker flakes, you can put them in there, or stamps. Yeah, they're cute. They're so cute.
Yeah, everything small is cute, right?
Of course.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any dream knitting you're thinking about doing next, or? I'm trying to think
I have a couple sweaters I'd like to knit, but I'm really determined to knit from stash right now. Ooh, let's show the shawl. Yeah. Okay. The shawl that we want to make.
If you're interested in knitting this shawl, I think we're going to make this shawl together. Although I've said that before.
I know, we were supposed to make a sweater this summer. I like blew through mine, finished it, and she was like, no, I don't know, I haven't started it. So she's probably not going to make it. Mine is done.
I feel like sometimes I want the podcast to like hold me accountable for things that I say, but I clearly don't.
we were talking about this. We get excited about things and then you change your mind.
So this shawl is called this.
Yeah, Hiraeth.
And it's by Claire Walls.
Yeah.
And Claire has a wonderful podcast, right? Flossie.
Yeah.
With an I.
Yeah. Flissi. I mean, too, because I...
Flossie.
Oh,
Flossi.
My French is coming out. Sorry.
Yes. I didn't know about her podcast, and I watched a little bit.
I just found her
last night, and it was good. It's really good. So
I just found her a few weeks ago.
She designed this big. It's worsted weight. Yep, worsted weight shawl. You need 1,230 yards yarn. There's a couple more pictures.
So gorgeous.
And I really like that orange color, but we'll see. I don't have any yarn for it. I'm going to have to buy something.
Oh, shucks.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't have any yarn to make that in my stash either.
Okay. So when do you think you might want to start?
Maybe in the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of yarn you'll get for that? Because you need so much. Actually, I could make it with this fisherman's wool.
I thought about making it with the Scout, Kelmore Woolens Scout yarn that I bought at Rhinebeck at the Woolen Folk.
Do you have enough yardage for it?
Yeah, I have 5 yards of that. I mean, it's a sweater's quantity. It's got to be enough for this. But I'll double check. And that's kind of a green color, which would be nice. Although I was thinking I was going to knit a sweater, but I don't have one picked out. So be it.
Well, we have months to figure it out, right? The rest of November and December. If we start in the new year, because I'm going to be knitting those giant cardigans until Christmas probably.
Yeah. If that's something that you're interested in joining us on, let me know in the comments. Because then I'll start thinking about prizes. It won't be hard to come up with a couple of prizes.
We can both make stuff.
Yeah. Just And
I spin, so I would totally spin.
We could even be like
skein
uber professional about it and like create a one of those Ravelry groups.
I don't have a Ravelry group for my podcast. You have one?
I do, but I never use it. But I have one. I mean,
I don't have one.
But yeah, we'll think more about that because it doesn't need to be like super official or anything. And then, but it'd be nice to see people's. But they could just use Instagram, right? We'll like make a fun hashtag for it, and then we'll be able to like pick prize winners and stuff. And I'll have like a couple prizes.
Yeah, maybe the designer of this, Quaere, is also a knitwear designer. Not only shawls, like this is not the only thing she's done. She's done some really nice sweaters and some cute hats. And,
be sure to check her out on Ravelry.
She's from the UK. She's just outside of Manchester, but she lives in Canada now. She's in the East Coast, New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. I can't remember. I think it's New Brunswick.
And I will tag her in this video so that she knows we're planning something. Yeah. That will be fun,
In her honor. But she's cute,
This, I didn't even say what. So this is in 52 weeks of shawls.
I'd never looked. I spent some time looking through Laura's books.
However, you don't need to buy this book because as she was saying in her recent podcast that we were watching, she's now offering this shawl pattern on Ravelry as a standalone. So that's exciting.
It's kind of a bonus.
Yeah. It's really beautiful.
And not super complicated.
No.
It's approachable. It's definitely an approachable project. Yeah. It's a very large shawl though. She's large. Like displaying it like this.
If you want to see what it looks like, she shows it off in her. Was that the most recent?
No, because I just started. I made her watch the next episode I was due to watch. So I watched like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we watched 6 together. Oh, okay. So in 5 and 6, I think she talks about this shawl.
There you go. You can check it out and see what it looks like. She's this big though, so it looks even bigger on her. Yeah. It won't look that big on me. Like, that's a nice little shawl you made, Lorelai. Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
it's a kerchief.
Yeah. Shawlette. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There's been a lot of laughing since I got here, eh?
Oh, it's been awesome.
We were hanging out last night and I was like, this feels really comfortable. Like we've known each other forever.
Yeah, we didn't mention this.
Never met.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever met in person. Yeah. So there's always a little bit of like, did you feel like, what if it doesn't go well?
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I'm going to stay till Friday. I'm going to stay till Friday.
Is that right?
Well, till Saturday. And
maybe
then
I'll stay longer.
If I'm getting on your nerves, you can just tell me and I'll go home a little early. But it was literally like we've known each other forever. Yeah. I know we've been chatting for a while.
And I knew it was going to be good. I mean, you just know when you see your people. I knew the minute I started watching your podcast that you were my type.
It's MimiMustKnit, by the way. I never use that. I'm like, my name's Myléne. That's it.
MimiMustKnit, and I will tag her in the description.
It's my username everywhere. Ravelry, Instagram. Yep.
And I'm on Ravelry as Lorelai Erdo. So if you want to see my projects, I keep it up to date. Do you keep yours up to date? Your Ravelry?
Yeah.
Good. See?
Yeah. Some of them are lacking pictures. Or it's pictures of the yarn before I start it, or...
Do you keep avid notes throughout, or do you put in notes at the end of when you finish?
Sometimes, usually. Like the chevron hat that I just finished, I put in that I almost knit it to completion the way it was written, and then I didn't like it. And instead of... I could have given it away, right? Just lots of kids at my work could have probably used that, but... I just figured my intention when you said you liked it was to bring it down, finish it, and then leave the yarn for you.
Well, that was so nice of you. Yeah, because I can't wait. I love it. I love it so much.
But you're no pom-pom.
No, I'm not a pom-pom person. No.
The hat is very thin though, so I don't know if a pom-pom would be too heavy on it.
Well, yeah. Right.
I bought an alpaca pom-pom when I was in Picton. At Shetland Farm, I bought a ton of alpaca to spin and some already spun yarn, and I bought this pom-pom that was like...
Is it heavy?
Oh, no. It's it weighs like nothing.
Yeah.
You move it around and the fibers are just like dancing. Ugh. It was so lovely.
Amazing.
I don't even know how much it cost. I saw it and I was like, I'm taking this. I'm buying this. I didn't even look what it was. I didn't look what any of this was. This was just a farm. They raised their own alpaca, and they had a tiny little shop that was really, really charming, actually.
Nice.
And I found 2 bags of alpaca. Didn't even ask how much it was. 2 skeins of yarn. Here you go. Oh, $250 later. I'm like, oh. Oopsie. I wasn't planning on spending that, but, you know. Yeah.
Whoa.
I have impulse control issues.
Don't we all?
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to our crafts, eh?
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible.
All right, friends. Thank you so much for watching. We're 50 minutes in. So
yeah, and I gotta hit the road before the
snow. That's a long
snow.
episode for me.
All the snow's gone though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit some
you
snow.
See the grass.
Yeah, so I'm driving. We're in New Hartford, New York, and I'm driving to Cornwall, Ontario, in Canada. So I'm going east, a little bit north, a little bit east.
Yeah.
So I might hit some.
There's
what do
some
they call
bands.
it? The lake.
There's
the
lake effect. There's
okay.
some lake effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep your fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Downloaded a new book, so I'll have some company for the drive. It'll be fine.
Yeah. How long is that Audible sale going on?
It's a Black Friday sale, and Black Friday is not till next week.
Oh. Audible, if you're
so
on there.
$5 a book. So I was going through it yesterday. I was like, ooh, purchase. Keep going.
We're
Ooh,
watching
purchase.
out for you guys.
Yeah,
We're watching
I know.
out for you and
The deals.
letting you know.
Highlighting the deals.
The fabric sales and the
Yeah.
and the book sales and the pen sales and
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have one of these waiting for me when I get home.
Yay.
But in the burgundy. It looks almost blue. Is it black?
It's blue.
Okay, because I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's
navy.
pretty blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm not usually a blue person, but like she said, it has a two-tone nib. And if you didn't know, I'm a fountain pen collector. So,
She has some fancy pens.
yeah,
Mm.
that's this pen. This pen on Amazon cost me $14,
Cost me 20 Canadian.
and it's one of the nicest fountain pens I've used so far.
And
So
that's why I
that's
bought
saying
one.
a lot because
Yeah.
I have bought some very expensive pens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty eye-opening when you can buy a $14 pen and get the same kind of, yeah.
And here I thought fountain pens were for like old people.
Well, I am old.
Well, we are old. We're like the same age, right? But no, but I mean, they're so antique to me.
Yeah.
A fountain pen. It's just not something you use for every day.
Yeah. If you like fountain pens, you can see I've done a couple of videos on my fountain pen collection, so you can check that out in my library. But
I didn't know they were a thing until her. Now I have
Yeah.
two. And one of them is still in the box at home,
So,
sitting on my
sorry.
porch. Well, alrighty.
All right, see ya.
This was fun.
Yeah,
We'll
super
do it
fun.
again in
Oh
the
my
spring.
gosh.
In the spring.
We'll cut that out. We'll cut that out. Okay.
Maybe not the laughing part, but
Bye.
the picture does
See you
go.
later.
Bye.